Hi guys, today I want to share some tips and ideas on how can you become a UX designer, where to start and what steps to take. All of the advices that I'm sharing here on my YouTube channel are based on my experience and journey. I'm sharing only those tips that has helped me to be successful in this sphere. Also, I have recorded 2 more videos related to this topic. One of them is about what is UX design, and the second one, which are UX designer responsibilities. I will add links to those videos somewhere over here in the recommendation section. Please watch those videos if you haven't yet. They will be super helpful for you if you are just a beginner and want to understand this topic better. So what steps to take if you want to become a UX designer? Set a clear goal. Most of the things in your life that are really important for you take much time to achieve. And becoming a UX designer is a long path. Usually, if you have started working in the sphere or learning UX design, you might need to spend at least 3 to 9 months joining a course or learning the basics, and then there will be many years of practice to be a professional. And to be able to easily work on the projects, you might need to have 3 to 5 years of experience. And to be honest, you should never stop learning new things, because there are something new that appears in this field all the time. So I would suggest you to make a decision to learn, because if you have a clear goal, if you understand that you want to be a professional and you want to work as a UX designer and be good at what you are doing, then it's worth spending time on this. Create a learning plan. It is much more easier to learn UX design if you know what exactly you need to learn. What I would suggest you to do is to look at the job descriptions of the positions you are looking for to work in the future, for example, UX designer or UI designer, and see the requirements and responsibilities for these jobs. You can take these responsibilities and create for yourself a list of important skills that you need to master in order to be working in this field. Also, another thing you can do is to look through 5 different online or offline courses and see the program for these courses. Usually this program covers basics and all the information and theory you need to know to be good at UX design. Choose the format of learning, the course, the tutorials, or both. There are different ways how you can learn the UX design, and you should choose the one depending on your needs and possibilities. For example, if you want to take a course, this can be an online course or offline course. The plus of this approach is that you can have all of the important information you need to learn grouped together, and this means that the people who have created this course have gathered everything in one place, so you will not need to Google something else. But for example, if you want to have a free solution and do not want to take a course, you might look at some tutorials, for example, YouTube videos, or reading different articles with advices. This approach is free, so usually you do not need to pay for these tutorials, but the main drawback of it is that you will need to search for the information yourself, and sometimes you will spend more and more time looking for the useful content you need to fulfill some of the skills. Another great solution is to take the offline course. The benefits of this approach is great because you can meet another people, get to know other designers, and feel a part of the community. Become a part of the community. For example, if you have taken the offline course and you start learning design somewhere with other people, you will have a possibility to make friends with them, to speak with them, to share your ideas and to hear their ideas. It's a great thing because you can communicate with those people and ask for different feedback. Also, probably you will support each other and make friends with those people, so the chances that you will stop learning and give up on this are smaller. Find yourself a mentor. Maybe if you start learning offline or online, there will be people who will be teaching you. For example, someone who leads this course. And finding yourself a mentor is a great thing, because you can always receive some useful feedback from the people who have more experience in the field. For example, you can ask your teacher to be your mentor, or ask somewhere in the group on Facebook, etc., where there are more professionals to help you with. This mentor will be available to speak to you and answer any questions you might have. Also, if you have some troubles deciding which to learn or where to find information, your mentor will always support you and will guide you to the best solution. Practice a lot on real and fake projects. When you finish learning UX design, or in the process of learning UX design, you only have the knowledge. But as we know, the knowledge means nothing without practice. So it's really important to take all of the skills and learnings you have from the study and apply it to the real tasks, and to see how exactly these skills can be used while you working on a project. You can ask your friends to maybe give you some project if someone has a business, or for example, you can create a fake project for you or fake task for you to try to apply all of the skills that you've gained during the education stage. Create a portfolio. Imagine that you have learned information on the course, you have taken some real or fake project, and now it's time to organize all that you know into one portfolio to show this to your next clients. The portfolio is something that is the visual thing that supports your skills, so you will not only tell people that I have experience in this field or have the knowledge of this field, but you will have a proof that you can show to them that will show your best sides and the positive aspects of your work. Find a real job. After practicing a lot on the fake projects or working with your friends, you will gain the needed experience to go on the next stage. At this time, it's time to find a real project you can work on and apply your skills. For example, if you want to work on freelance, you can go to some of the freelance marketplaces like Upwork and find clients there, or you can join the company as a junior designer and start working on projects there. Do the work and create a case study. A case study is some sort of the portfolio, but the more advanced one. At the beginning, when you do not have much experience, your portfolio can be just some images or screenshots, mock-ups from your work. But as you move on working on the projects, you start gaining experience and understand better how exactly you're working on them. So if you look at the case study, this is the more detailed explanation of the project you were working on. Usually it contains a few states of it. For example, at the beginning of the case study, you can describe the problem you were facing. At the center of it, you can tell about the process of solving this problem. And at the end, you can tell about the results that you have achieved after completing this problem. Ask for feedback. As you keep on working on the projects, you will be creating more case studies and solving more problems, and sometimes it might be difficult for you to see if you are moving in the right direction or not, and asking feedback is something that is crucial here. You can ask for feedback the team members, your colleagues, or friends, or maybe some people from the design community, because some of them might have more experience, or for example, they might be dealing with the similar problems in the past, and if you have not chosen the best solution for some kind of problems, they might suggest you a better way or approach. Do not be afraid to fail. Not all of the projects finish successfully, and sometimes there might be a lot of edits, or sometimes some of the decisions that you have made are not the best one. Usually when you work on something and suggest different solutions, they come in the form of hypothesis. So before you test this, you will not be able to tell for sure if the solution is good or bad. So what I would suggest you to do is to not stress about this. Take the edits as something that is a part of the project, and even if you have created some mockup or wireframe, tested and seen the best or good or worse result, just take it as a part of the process. And even if the result is not the one that you have expected, this does not mean that you have done your job in the wrong way. Be able to cope with the work, with the results, and make sure to keep on improving and never give up. Understand how you will work. If you are working as a designer, there are a few ways of working. One of them is freelance, and the second one is the work in the company and in the office. For example, if we speak about freelance, usually this is the work which takes place simultaneously on one or the few projects. So you can have a few clients on which projects you are working on at the same time. This approach is great because you have a possibility to earn more due to the flexible price, because you can tell different price for each project, but at the same time there might be some cases when you do not have any work, so you will need to spend additional time and effort to find it. But if you want to work in the office, will be more stable way of earning money and more stable way of working. If you're working in the company, you can work from office, or you can be a remote designer in the company. This approach is great because you always know the people you are working on. You are working on the same project, have one team, and can feel the part of the company and have some benefits like free English classes, sports, activities in the company, etc. Never stop learning and improving. If you are working as a designer for a long time, you might think that you already know everything and that you do not need to learn new things anymore. But to be honest, this is not the case. By working as a designer for many years, I've understood that there are many topics and new things that I need to learn every day. Sometimes it might be difficult to motivate yourself, but you need to if you want to be good at what you are doing. So I want to wish you great motivation, and I think that you are moving in the right direction if you are watching this video and learning something new. Here are all the steps that I recommend you to take if you want to become a UX designer. I am sure that if you follow all of them, you will be on the way to a successful career. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you know some other advices that might be useful for junior designers, please write them down in the comment section. I will be happy to hear them. If this video was useful for you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. See you in my next video. Bye bye.